Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 4 of this ABC Journeyman Save. I'm the Custard Prophet, and we're back here for possibly the most important couple of games that we've had since we've been at our third club of Bashley. Yep, we are going to have to play a couple of the teams that are below us. If we win them both, that gives us a really good chance of finishing this season relatively comfortably. If we lose them all, well, we're in deep, deep trouble. Let's go and see how we get on. Yeah, folks, so things have gone relatively well since we were last together. I thought they were going to go a lot better than they did, but they still went well. Let's have a look at those results. So as you can see, that performance against Royal Wootton Bassett was certainly the best performance that we've had all season, and that remains the case. We played okay, but not as good. We played Sholing away from home. It looked like we were going to get a point out of it. Ended up losing 1-0. We played okay, but nothing spectacular. Followed that up with a brilliant victory, 3-2 against Totton. Late goals from Richard Noel, or one late goal from him in the 95th minute to win the game, and a reasonably late goal from Kiembe turned it on its head. We were 2-0 down early in the second half, so really pleased to get out of that. And then a home victory against Plymouth Parkway, a Nicolau goal. We looked comfortable for this, and I was thinking, well, that's great. We're going to play Lark Hall next to one, all that great. That's a mid-table side. Let's see what we can do there. And they absolutely smashed us in the first half. They passed us off the pitch. We didn't seem to have a clue what we were doing. And they very quickly were ahead. And we did score quickly after that, a goal from Dida, but never looked like we would get anything out of that game. Away against Cadbury Heath, who are flying high, we lost 4-1, and yeah, we didn't deserve to get anything out of it. Kiembe with a goal, but a really nice 1-1 draw against Bristol MF. You can choose what you want MF to mean. I'm not sure what it is. Frankie Monk with a reasonably late goal to just pick up a point there. But we are in a really comfortable position. We are in a much better position than we were a little while ago. We sit on 27 points, 2 points ahead of Tiverton, but most importantly, we're 4 points ahead of Moneyfields, and way ahead of Swindon Supermarines, who are in a pretty ridiculously poor run of form. They are spiralling out of control. They've lost every game in the last couple of months. So it's a good time to be playing them, you would think. Right, let's dive in. We haven't really done anything more in terms of transfers. We've tried to bring some people in. We just let another one of our youngsters go out on loan is all we've done. So here we go. We're going to go back to this formation to see whether it can bring anything more out of this side. I'm not 100% convinced. Davies he got himself a goal recently. That's why he's playing. Nicolau's out injured or suspended, so he can't be involved in the team. But the team that we're starting with is Richard Noel, Davis up top, then Monk, Gleeson and Kiembe just behind them, with Guest as the sole defensive midfield option. Arnold, Fields, Dida and Woodridge across the back line with Hollard in goal. Yeah, I've been kind of thinking about who we could bring, whose contracts we might want to extend, and pretty much no one wants to extend a contract. That's one. We have extended Mark Thomas's, the youngster, £20 a week, but that's it. There's nobody else who is going to be who's going to get their contract extended. This will be a huge one to get a victory over, because it would just make us absolutely certain that we're not going to finish below Swindon Supermarines, and we are going to probably finish in those playoff positions. I think if we can get a win here. So, solid start, all the possession for us, but misplaced pass there goes back to Field. Finds Monk, and not sure why it was offside. Monk was offside. Thought it was going to come back to us, and we just tapped that in. Another opportunity down this left side. Here's Richard Noel. He lost the ball. Copley. It's back to them. Ferry and Spalding. Oh, look at that. Wow, he goes for the chip, and I don't know what that was. It wasn't a good finish. So Arnold here, as we see Tiverton going 2-1 down. Richard Noel, beautiful ball in, and Kiembe almost makes the cock up there. Just about get away with that. That's the best chance we've had. Irwin, imagine it's not Dennis. Into Gleeson. Gleeson, I think, in that more advanced role is so much more effective. Richard Noel doing well. Monk. Oh, Gleeson. He comes in, and I think it just deflected off them. I think we've certainly had the better of it. We've not been dominant, but it's not bad. It's a free kick for them. Got to half-time 0-0. We haven't really looked in any trouble, but let's be honest, neither have they. Right, corner for them. They've had a load of chances out of nowhere. Where have all they come from? Right, we're going to try and counter-press towards the end of this match. Opportunity here with a corner. Kiembe? No, we're not going to see it. So, yeah, it's definitely... the things have changed. It's Swindon who are having the better of the game at the minute, but it's still 0-0, which is all right for us as things stand, but we need to be better. Ground here. We've been better. I think since we've changed things up a bit, we have improved a little bit, but Rowland's here. That's nicely done. Arnold, he gets the ball, but wow. And Woodbridge does brilliantly there to get something on that. What do we do? Well, Davis has done very little. I think we're going to play Mark Thomas alongside. We're going to put him as a pressing forward and hope that he can be a little more effective. What else should we do? Well, Gleeson's done next to nothing in there, so let's put James Lewis on, who's a bit of a... He scored goals late. 91 minutes. This might be the very last chance of the game. It looks like it might go to Swindon. It'll be a disaster if we concede late on. But we've not been great today. Spalding. Captain Spalding shoots from distance, and in the end it's probably about the right result. But, you know, against the bottom team in the league, we should be playing better and doing more. That's it, 0-0. Not the greatest performance you are ever going to see. And certainly Swindon have a period where they were much, much better than anybody else. So, yeah. Decent defensive performance, but not a lot going forward. And we need to think about how to improve that. Right, I'll see you for the next game. Right, here we go. We are here for the second match against Tiverton. Importantly, all the other teams below us lost their match, so we actually picked up a point on everyone else. So actually it wasn't a bad result against Swindon. We just need to be playing better here. Tiverton have lost a bunch of matches. They're conceding lots of goals as well. We've got Nicolau back in the side, so he's slotting in there instead of Davis, which is important, but the rest of the team looks very similar. We're going with two in the centre of midfield also. Right, here we go. We really, really need a performance with the team. I tried to do a team talk and managed to screw that up somehow. So, yeah, fingers crossed we can push them. I like to think we've got a decent side here that just needs a little tickle. They picked it up off us. That's not ideal. Ball through, and it's in. Well, Anchor. Dear me, that was a dreadful defending and dreadful play all round, really. It's a bit of a worry. We picked the ball up here. It's Gleeson to absolutely nobody. There's Arnold now. That's a nice ball through. Oh, was that a save? It's a corner, yeah. I don't know whether it was going in. I think it was going wide, but that's better. Richards, Noel, we cannot lose this game because these should be the two easiest games we're going to play, and we've not played very well so far in either of them. Kiembe chips it in. There's just nobody there. Need to work on that. Here's Richards Knoll. It's in. What? Monk's offside. Oh. Right, Dida. That's nicely done. Monk down this left side. Richards Knoll, he's gone long. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Are we allowing that? Oh, it's not a goal. What's wrong with that? What was wrong with that? Was that offside? Just gonna say, it's not a goal. We had the ball in the back of the net twice, and it's not counted for either of them. I'm not really sure why. Right, we're bringing off Frankie Monk, who's done very, very little. I mean, the whole side is just looking a little lost. We're going to go back to this sort of situation, which I don't think works very well. Advanced playmaker on support, Guest in that role there. I guess we've got no choice. Do we bring on Andy Davis? Nicolaou's not really done much, but maybe we shouldn't be playing. Maybe we should be playing it as a deep line forward. Well, we've had the chances, and we've just not seen it. Gleeson's got it. We've not seen enough from him. See, passes it into the goalkeeper's hands. Very nice. Sure, the goalkeeper appreciates that. Field now. Here's the lack of midfield, but we've got something to do here. Nicolaou's got himself sent off. Well done, mate. Oh, what an absolute disaster of an episode. That's got to be it, hasn't it? We'll play Andy Davis up top. Jones here on the left side. Taking his time. Well, we have cleared it. That's well done, but there's just nobody there. Belton. It's gone way wide. Moneyfields are winning their match as well. We need something. Something has to happen here. Not that I think it will, but that's a dreadful ball. It's just nobody running anywhere near him. Guests lost that. That's what he can't do. Evans. Well, Guests, he's trying his best, but he has the ability to tackle of a 85-year-old grandmother, it seems. And it's in, and it's 2-0, and we're in a bit of trouble now, I think. That is not what we needed. And this is kind of what we've been playing like. You've seen some good performances, but the rest of them have been kind of like this, just bitty performances where we've not really shown enough. Well, Hollard there, but it doesn't really matter at this stage. We've had a better XG than them, but they've scored more goals, and what can I say? Got a player sent off when we really needed to push on. Not good enough at all, and that is going to be a bit of a problem, because I reckon it's going to get all of a sudden really, really close at the bottom, with Moneyfields getting a win as well. Oh dear. Are we in for a sacking at the end of this season as well? It could be. Yeah, so we sit on 28 points. I think it's these three, isn't it? No, we've gone ahead of Tiverton with that. They've gone ahead of us, so they've pushed us back one. So Moneyfield's got a win against Bristol's MF. Didn't necessarily expect that, but what a dreadful performance we put together there. Absolute turd it was. Anyway, folks, that is that. I thought we'd put it together. I thought this was going to be a glorious performance, but yet again, this team just keeps on giving with the crap. Now, there's no one we can bring in to do anything about it. But Nicolaou's out for the next game, so let's have a look where we're going to come back. It's going to get interesting, I think. So we're not going to win that game, are we? Not sure where we'll come back. Maybe towards the end of the season, where it looks like something's been close to being decided. Anyway, folks, we need. You didn't see a goal there, but we've drawn a game, lost a game. That was slightly better than as bad as it could have got, but it's not far off. We didn't play well in the first game. We played poorly in the second game, and it doesn't get easier than those two games as far as I'm concerned, against the worst two teams in the league other than us. So pity like, please, if you will. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you for the next one, where hopefully we can do enough to just about steer clear of relegation. I'll see you then. Bye bye.